Hi, how's it going? I'm going to show you in this video how to download Audacity for free, install the lame in MP3 encoder, and begin using the program. So the easiest way to get Audacity, honestly, is to just type it in Google. Alright, love the new instant search for Google, by the way. Okay, and right here, Audacity download, you click on that. I'm on a Windows computer, so I'm going to click on Windows. And I scroll down, and here's the installer right here. Click on the installer, and it gives me the option to save the file. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. It's going to download. Alright, all files have finished downloading. I'm going to click on the file. It's going to ask me if I want to continue setup. Accept, yes, 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 next. I already installed it, but I'll do it again anyway. Next, install. Launch Audacity. Awesome. Alright, and when you load up Audacity, this is what it looks like. It's pretty simple. I'm going to show you how to use this in a minute, but we do have to get one more thing to really make this work the best. So I'm going to actually go back to that website where we downloaded it. And the thing we need is the lame MP3 encoder. So we're going to click on that. We're going to go down. We're going to go to the lame download page. Okay. Alright, you're gonna see an option, zip option, and live, what all this junk here. You're gonna click on that. Again, you're gonna ask to, okay, I'm gonna save the file. Alright, it's downloading the file. Okay, I'm gonna open up the file. And what I'm gonna do is I wanna take this. Okay, here's what I wanna do. I wanna extract this folder, this lame folder, and I wanna extract it to a location that I don't really want to change. So if there's a folder on your on your computer that you're really not going to move around a lot, this is probably a good spot to put it. So I'm going to put it in my my Don folder, my user folder. So I'm just going to hit OK, and it's going to extract that there. So we're going to go back to Audacity. I'm going to open up Audacity, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little test record. So I'm going to hit the record button here, right? Universal record button, that red dot. Yo, what up? I'm going to hit stop, and then I'm going to play it back. Alright? Now, one of the cool things about Audacity is it's very easy to edit out things you don't want. So for instance, at the end, you kind of heard me talking. So I can just highlight, just like clicking and dragging and highlighting text in Word. I highlight with my cursor what I want to cut out, and I simply, which you guys can't see, I tap the delete key on my keyboard. Okay, now when I play it back, alright, well, gotta rewind first. Rewind. Play it back. Okay, I can even probably get rid of this extra little bit here, and now I have my perfect sound clip. Okay, now I want to have that as an MP3, so I go to File, Export as MP3, and it says, alright, what do you want to call it? I'm going to call it Yo, What Up. I'm going to hit Save, and it's going to say, hey, you don't have the lame MP3 encoder. Well, I'm going to say, hey, what I want to locate it. I'm going to hit Yes. And where did I put it? I put it in my Don folder. And there it is. Find it. Find this DLL file. I'm going to hit Open. And look, now I can export as an MP3. So I can call it, give it a title, artist, track number, whatever. I don't even need to do that. Okay, I'm just going to hit OK. This is if you're doing it on iTunes and you're bringing it in later. This is the stuff that, you know, is going to, title is the name of the song or whatever. Artist, album, all that stuff. You can do it now if you want, or you could do it later. Just hit OK. And now, I'm going to go back to my desktop. Little Windows D action here. Okay. And I believe, here it is. My Yo What Up. I can go ahead and play it. Alright, media player, yeah. Okay, and it should play. my audio file. All right, so that's a great way to audio kind of record yourself. It's a great way to kind of have the students record themselves. You can now take that audio file and you can put it on like a narration on a slideshow, whether it's PowerPoint, whether it's Photo Story, whether it's Movie Maker, whether it's iMovie, whether it's Picasa 3. You could really have this. You could even have this on your iPods as like a podcast or something like that. There's so many different uses for having, the students recorded. Maybe you want to record your lectures. Maybe you want to record, any kind of, directions for assignment. It's really a universal. You could do it with a lot of different things. So the Audacity, let me just show you a couple more things in Audacity that might come in handy. I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to go to File. You can always hit New. Alright, the nice thing about Audacity, if you notice, you can have kind of two files open at once. I'm just going to leave this one open. Now I'm going to hit record, and I'm going to record something. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So I have my recording. Alright, and I don't know if you guys can hear, and probably throughout this whole thing, there's a little bit of a hiss on my microphone. So I don't really want that on my audio recording. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight a spot where I have my hiss, which is the front and the end, and I'm gonna go to so I'm gonna go up here to Effect, and I'm gonna go to Noise Removal. I'm gonna hit Noise Removal, and I'm gonna hit Get Noise Profile, and it's gonna do something crazy. And now I'm gonna go back to Noise Removal, and now I'm going to remove noise, and notice it removed from that section. So now I'm going to actually highlight the whole thing. I'm going to go to Effect, Noise Removal, and Remove Noise. And I don't know if you guys can hear, but now my audio doesn't have that hiss. It sounds nice and clear, and it's a nice kind of effect you can kind of do with your recording. Again, I can get rid of these extra dead time or dead air or whatever you want to call it. A couple other things you can do here as well. If I wanted to start recording again, it automatically adds a second track. So you keep on. You can kind of overlay, so you can kind of talk over. You could put in a sound. Yeah, I mean, there's just so much you could do here. The nice thing is if you're having this recorded by students. If students are recording, a project that they did or some kind of, interview, they can, a lot of times, and I'm guilty of it as well, I say, a lot, or, now that you hear that, now I mentioned it, you're going to recognize it even more. But anytime the students say, you can kind of cut that out. So, for instance, let's just pretend that area is an I can just delete with the delete key, and I can go here and delete, and if there's any kind of dead time, again, like I said, you can kind of clean up your audio file. Now I have no idea what this sounds like, but as you actually play the sound file, you'll know where that dead time is, where those or those or those words that they didn't want to say are in there. Okay. Now the other thing is, we wanted to export the MP3 before. But here's the other thing you could do. You can actually just save this project, and this will allow you to edit this project later on, down the line. So if you didn't want to export it, you're not finished with it, you wanted to kind of say, all right, I'm going to come back to it, this is what you would do. You'd save the project, but that is different than exporting that as an MP3. Think of your MP3 as your final product. Once you have your MP3, I mean, you can bring it back in to edit it, but it's probably better to save your project, because once you make that MP3, you basically put everything it kind of combines everything to one track. So once if you want to keep everything separate and kind of parceled out, you want to kind of keep that in the project file. So that's kind of the different things you have there. Like I said, there's tons and tons of features. I mean, just look at all the different effects you can do. They're pretty self-explanatory. I have a lot of fun with the phaser and the wah-wah. That's just the type of guy I am. I mean, there's plenty of different things you can kind of use. Again,
All right, so I mean, you can kind of play around with the different things in Audacity. Again, I always say the best place to find things, YouTube. Go to YouTube. Plenty of tutorials for that if you're a visual learner. Audacity has plenty of guides as well to kind of guide you through all the different steps. Um, I happen to use Audacity with a lot of different students I have in Sachem, in Riverhead and other districts along the island. So I mean, every school has teachers using Audacity in different ways. So we can kind of talk about that as we go through the discussion assignment.